And talk about the conservatory system.
Yeah.
Is that being shaken up by stuff like this?
That's the next thing, and I'm working on that. What I would like to see is a program or multiple programs in the U.S. that teach this in the best conservatories. There are some places in Europe that are starting to do it. The U.S. is really a wasteland. I'm going to Italy in April with actually with Giorgio Sanguinetti. There's a project
Yes.
in
Yes.
Perugia. We're going to teach. It's just a weekend, but they got funding and there's an application. People can apply to participate. So I'm going to teach there. And then there's one in Vienna in 2024, a conference. So there are little things popping up that are promising. We just did our conference online in November, and we'd like to think about doing it in person. I'm in conversation with a couple of schools or representatives of those schools about whether they'd be interested in hosting this, and I do see some recalcitrance and hesitation. I think because if you put yourself in the place of a music professor who's lived a life of canonic repertoire and they're great at it,
Hmm.
and then along comes some idiot from Ohio who says, you know what, that's not the only way to be an expert. And in
Yeah.
fact, here's this other cool new thing that you don't know anything about. Would you like me to come to your school? Um,
Well,
they
no,
react
this is
about,
a real thing. You
yeah.
actually got barred from a conservatory. I mean, this is astounding. I mean, how can they
Uh,
do this? Oh, what's the story there?
it
And you don't have
wasn't
to
like
mention any
voted.
names or anything.
It wasn't like they voted and like drummed me out. It was just I was informed that faculty would never support this kind of thing. I was
That's
talking with one of them.
incredible. That's incredible.
Um, and again, it's understanding. I mean, if you, my life that I live here is a life of expertise. It's a life of privilege. I know more than anybody in this building about this stuff. And so all day long, I get to be the smart guy. And it's pretty great. It's a pretty great life. Um, but if someone comes along and says, there's this new thing that you actually are a total beginner and we now want it to be part of what goes on here, how would I react? I can't say that I'm better. I'm
I don't
more
know. I
like,
mean, like we know, like, look at Professor Yo Beischerman, right? I mean, he just changed
yeah,
his curriculum in his school. I mean,
yeah,
like it can happen that people
yeah.
change. Yeah, it's possible.
There's a personality trait called openness to experience that varies widely from one person to another.